there again. Let them know we in here. Yeah, brand new shoes, brand new. The old school, cause I'm feeling real cool. Yeah, I'm from the...
It's a venue in a city that's seen more NFL history than just about anyone else. Welcome to Lambeau Field in the heart of Green Bay. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Something special about snowfall at the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. And away we go from Wisconsin. Here's a return from the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. 60
Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll try it left with Chandler. And he's going to manage about 3 there before the defense gets to him. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And the defense making a play on this opening series. That one is knocked away, and that brings up 3rd down.
I don't think there's any question about it. You can see right from the jump here, the point of emphasis with this coaching staff. Be active with your hands, not just one guy. All these guys are flying around and so actively, aggressively looking for that impact play.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up. So a 1-2 start to the game for him, Brock. And not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3-and-out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. They'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Here we go.
Play action, Love. Headed out right. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. Could make the hookup with Matthew Golden. So that brings up 2nd down.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Ready. Set up.
Back to the air, Love. Has it to his man. Going off the tackle, but he lost the football. It's picked up by the Vikings going the other way. Nothing doing on the return, but the damage already done, partner. They take it away on the fumble. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you, you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and that next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
First and 10, here's McCarthy. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. And that'll bring up second down.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
McCarthy trying again on second down. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. And things look tougher now with third and long.
You know they're going to keep giving him looks, keep calling pass plays. You cannot survive a game without a completion, but the results so far, yeah, they've been a little bit rough.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Air it out on third. Going all the way to the end zone here. Well, they had the look. Certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down.
Just kind of one of those moments sitting up here in the booth where you're like, man, if they're going to find a way to get the first points, somebody has got to step up. Just to not been able to find even that first completion yet. So whether it's running the ball, playing even better defense, they've got to pick their QB up somehow, some way.
And he sends it up amongst the flurries of snow. Green Bay offense to the line now. First and 10.
Set, ready. Ready.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
On the double.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes second and 11.
Ready.
Shotgun now for Love. Throwing for his back, but it's incomplete. That's going to bring up third down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It's going to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
Come on, set. Green jack. 50, green. Smash, red. Hey, go steal. Fury, yellow. Ready?
To the air on third and long. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Vikings will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
They'll take over first down at the 24-yard line.
Minnesota into formation. It's first and 10. Trying down the middle with Chandler. And he's going to manage about 3 there before the defense gets to him.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. 19, Pioneer. Come 19. Come 19.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. That'll be Cox. Here's Ty Chandler. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. Extra point is good in this wintry weather. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. Showing a little burst so far. And the work already half done thanks to that run back. They're taking over at midfield.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field. And you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Red, cycle. Set. Ready?
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. This is a heater. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Harrison Smith with the INT. And the Vikings take over on his 5th interception of the season. Good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Trying it right side with Chandler. Makes a man miss. He's off. Oh, it's a foot race. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Will Reichert to kick off for the Vikings.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 60 red. 60 red. Hut.
Shaking off the pit quickly. He's going to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
6. Mega. Set.
A second down throw here for Love. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
Offense going with a 4-receiver set, 3rd and long.
Here we go. Set. Blue. 32. Red. Yellow.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Cut down the field, Golden. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
I don't care how good a secondary you are, how loaded you are with talent, when you've got time to allow a receiver to work from one side of the field all the way to the other versus zone coverage, well, you're going to make a defense pay.
Here we go.
Love with it on first down. Buys time, rolling right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. Don't see a throw you like, it's too tight a window. Don't risk yet another interception.
Ready up.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Set. Needle blue. Set.
Love from the gun. That's caught. Tucker Kraft. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10 from the 43.
Ready. 52 blast. Yellow. Set.
Hand off here to Jacobs. He's still going at the 30. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Ready.
Now Love on the play fake. He rolls to his right. To the end zone, but incomplete. Took their shot there on first down, Brock, but don't come away with any points just yet.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket and keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Here we go. Hut, hut.
2nd and 10. Love trying again. Riding by his back. It's Jacobs. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. That's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
They need 7 here on 3rd down on what is the 9th play of this drive.
Ready.
Throw here, 3rd down. Looking for it isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. On comes Brandon McManus now to try this field goal for the Packers. He's got to drive this 37 yards down the middle. Looking good, but just a little too far left. He missed it. And that's going to keep the difference at 14 points.
Even the best kickers on earth, they'll miss one every once in a while, and it stinks. I guarantee you he wants that one back. But all he can do now is push forward. Short memory, the best kickers always have, and convert the next time around.
Let's go now.
They give up the gut to Chandler. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge partner. He is only able to get back to the line there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They still have 10 to go here. It's second down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go.
Taylor again. That run good for 8. Now they've got third down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Third and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go, here we go. 72. Warriors 70. 79 Broncos.
Looking to throw on third and 1. That one's caught by Jefferson. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
First and 10. It's McCarthy. Flushed out of the pocket. McCarthy hit. He lost the football. Packers pick it up. Space left sideline, and he's off to the races. And Green Bay takes this one back for the touchdown. The Packers make it a one-score game in the first half. He took off with it, which they give him full license to do when he sees an opening, Brock. But he couldn't keep it secure, and it winds up in a defensive touchdown.
Kate, I played for coaches that when you scramble, they force you to have two hands on the ball because they know this. They know these defenders love for these moments. They attack the looseness of that ball security. Quarterbacks, unlike running backs, don't always know how to tuck that ball away. In this defense, well, they took advantage.
On the return, it's Rondale Moore. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Vikings to the line now. Here's first and 10. Here's McCarthy to throw. To the right, hauled in by Jefferson. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Shotgun handoff now to Chandler. And he's not good enough to gain about 4. It's third down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Chased out to his right. He's caught. This is Addison. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. Good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier. So he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down. They'll pick up 14 yards on that one. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Running is Chandler. That is so tough to build momentum running through the snow. They're on him before he can even get back to the line. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put two tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Offense to the line for second down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. That's going to bring up a tough third down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive. Because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed. Maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's third and very long. So that's going to take us, Brock, to our 2-minute warning of this first half. More from Lambeau after this. Packers loading up the secondary on third. 6 DBs out there. Third and long for him here. Downfield, he's got Hawkinson. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. How about a big hitter? 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes, and what a difference it can make for an offense.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Second and 10, still at the 28.
Let's go. 70 line. Roll.
It's a give to Chandler. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
And the Vikings, first down.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
Here we go. Set. 19.
They'll stick with Chandler. Much better job keeping him contained this time. He's going to be marked down right near the line of scrimmage. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And they say Packers football. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. So just like that, Brock, a very nice drive ends in a whimper from that offense and a real roar from the defense who get off the field by recovering that fumble.
Yeah, that defense was just getting walked backwards, and one of them finally said, enough is enough. And I'll tell you, the way they were moving the football offensively, I think you felt it, I felt it. A touchdown was coming, but that defense responded.
Loading up on the left. It's going to be trips to that side. Here's first and 10.
43.
They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. The Packers trying to hurry to the line.
Complete to Matthew Golden. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and
very short, looking to pass. This one falls incomplete. Target that time, Jaden Reed. And now it's third and short.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Still inches to go on third down.
Set, ready. You 50, green. Hut.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
On their own side, but only need an inch or two here, so they're going for it.
Set, hut.
Got his man, it's Golden. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
Black shot. Set.
They are throwing it again. That's completed right side. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Offense in the hurry up here.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hut, hut.
And they spike the ball to stop the clock. Now it's Brandon McManus to attempt this Packers field goal. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash.
54-yard attempt.
Distance is good, but not the accuracy. He just missed it left. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
It's going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Will Reichard, the kickoff for the Vikings.
Here's Reichard, set to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer. Exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. 45, wide. 5, 97, 10.
Ritter looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. But at that defense was flying around and making the play.
And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate, and turns into a nice game.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield, 1st and 10.
Come on, ready.
They go counter, it's Jacobs. Fights his way through a tackle. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll give the Packers the 1st.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at him and go make a point.
Ready, ready.
1st down, and they go right back to it. He's across the 20, still going. And he's finally taken down at the 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas, and you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
Let's go now. Ready?
Working inside the red zone. Bails out of the pocket quick. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that makes it 2nd and goal.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
33, yellow. Ready?
Handoff, running right, Jacobs. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
Okay, that is just a terrific effort defensively, and now really sets you up. I don't think this offense can run it. Not after getting knocked backward on 2nd down.
The city just made it sweet. People diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Walking New Orleans with the etiquette of LA yelling.
On the set.
Now backed up to the 8, 3rd and goal.
Ball red. Ready. Hut.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
A 25-yard attempt.
McManus sends it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Kate, he knows those earlier misses could have put them in a very different position in this game right now. But the important thing, well, we saw that one go through the uprights. Maybe starting to build some confidence while this game gets a little bit closer.
Moore with a return. He's going well so far. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
70 Lions.
They'll run now with Chandler. The stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
First and 10 from the 43. This is Chandler. And the snow hampering their ground game here as he slowed up just a yard on that run. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road for what looked like a very plain play.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
19 Tiger. Bronco 80, back to 60. 19 Pioneer. 7 Pirates.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Set. Hawk 18. 60 Bobcats. 60 Mavericks. 60 Mavericks.
To the air on 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Jordan Addison. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Big hit on the return to stop him cold.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Money up to a whole nother level. I don't know no better. When I got rich of these down. Bro coming slow, 6 racks on a sweater. No, think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas.
Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. 1st and 10.
Ready. 55, 97. Ready.
Ritter to throw. Out to his wide out, it's a screen. And this gets them well away from danger as he is up past their 20. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
Here we go, set. 50, green. Trouble, 38. Ready.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he dodged the tackle. And they hit him along the sideline there. Pickup of 9, so 2nd and 1 upcoming.
Set, blue striker. 60 red. 60 red. Set.
Throwing here, Ritter. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying to find Matthew Golden. So now they have 3rd and short. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
All set to go now from the 35.
Set.
First down, play action. Buying some time right. Kraft has it. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
I'm not sure, Kate. I'm not sure. You're not sure. Everyone in the building is not sure how you can lose the biggest eligible receiver on the field. That's exactly what the defense just did.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Running on first here with Jacobs. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
Stay on schedule. SOS. We talk about it all the time offensively. You've got to stay on schedule, and a run like that puts you now so far behind the sticks. Going to take some superhuman effort now on second down.
52-45.
To the left, that's pulled in by Golden. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 8.
We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Packers football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the 4th. Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on third down.
Here we go. Black, 33, yellow. Ready?
Air it out on third. And it's incomplete, so that's going to bring up fourth down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
An important attempt coming up here for Brandon McManus. This is a 42-yard look from the left hash. Tracking for it, and it's good! And they cut it down to within a field goal.
I bet you, Kate, if we were down there right in his mind, as that ball sailed good through the uprights, his mind was already thinking about the next one. If this score holds and he gets another opportunity, well, the game could be on the line with that one.
And looks like he's going to opt not to bring this one out. So they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 35.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We might have no power. Also dangerous. Y'all talk our way.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10. Now a give to Chandler, running right. And tough to run it just how he wants to amidst these elements. Defense on and behind that line of scrimmage.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Went the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals.
Now it's McCarthy. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 19 Lions. Mustang 19.
McCarthy throwing on third down. That one's caught by Jefferson. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
First down from the 42.
60 Bison, 60
Now a give to Chandler. He's still going at the 30. Here he goes again. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings grow the lead to 7.
We've seen all game long how difficult it has been for this defense to try to contain this guy. Not only through the air, now 2 touchdowns on the ground. He's just been a difference maker.
Reichert on for the point after. Snowy weather, no problem for him on that point after. And the Vikings grow their lead to 8. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Nixon now to return it. He's got a lane up past the 30. A great effort, but he got popped at the end of it.
Take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 33.
Set, ready. Hut, hut.
Ritter setting up to throw. That's incomplete left side. Trying to find his tight end. So it'll be second down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the ball. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Ready?
So still 10 to go on second from the 33-yard line.
Set, hut. Yellow, 22. 5, 97. Hut, hut.
Working now from the gun. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And no first down here. He's up to the 42-yard line. Another half yard and he'd have had it.
Third and 1.
Set, hut.
Turning to Jacobs on third. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on fourth down.
Here we go. Black 40. Yellow, blue. Go pink. Striker, 3-3. Set.
They're going a little pop pass here, sweeping across. He's got it. That's going to be a first and more. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. They left the offense out there on fourth down, Brock, and look at the results. A big gain, 15 yards and a fresh set of downs, too.
At the 42-yard line.
Ready,
First
ready.
down from the 42.
Here we go, here we go. Ready, ready.
Now Ritter. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one doesn't go far. After the play, somebody is shaken up, and it is not somebody they want to lose. That's Jaden Reed receiving the assistance.
Okay,
8
right.
yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Blaster, 6. Ready. Ready.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Short pass brought in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Third down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive.
Down. Blues, 60 red. 6. Mega. Set.
He'll throw it. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And 4th and 4 coming up.
I'll tell you this, Kate, that's where you got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute, both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play called back.
Okay, ready?
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down.
Come on, set. 52 blue. Zoom black. Hit blue, go. Shot, step you, yellow. Set, go. Spike, white. Hut, hut.
Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
On any 4th down attempt, somebody's going to get a huge momentum boost. It was the offense who laid down the challenge, but it was the defense who delivered. And now it's their teammates going to take over on the field with the very next series.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison, 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll try and left with Chandler. And he's going to have this down at the 42-yard line. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Going to the ground again on first. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge partner. He is only able to get back to the line there. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. McCarthy looking to throw. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play, down to the 19. They get 23 on that one. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Check. 70 Lions.
Trying down the middle with Chandler. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
70 Timberwolves. Let's go.
Now Chandler has room into the secondary, and he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away.
Okay, it was just a couple years ago where we saw those running backs get to the market and not get their money. Well, a performance like this is how you get paid. You show you could do it in a multitude of ways. Catch one for a touchdown through the air, pound 3 of them on the ground for 6.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings lead by 15 now. Reichert set to kick this away. Nixon now to return it. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
On the return, the Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
Green Jack. 60 red. 6 10.
Ritter. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Trying to find Matthew Golden. So 2nd down coming up.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. Just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Let's go. Drill green. Needle blue. Cut.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Vikings will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, we all know, Brock, those slot guys start piling up receptions, and that makes them a priority target for the defense.
Yep.
They kept someone nearby, and they pick off that check down.
Yeah, if a play breaks down in today's football, like back in my day, last century, right, you checked down the running back. That's not the case anymore. These slot receivers, well, they're as big a security blanket as running backs are, but the defenses, to your point, Kate, they figured it out too. And that defense, well, they didn't just figure it out in their head. They went out and executed with their bodies to take it away.
On the carry, it's Chandler. It's so tough to build momentum running through the snow. They're on him before he can even get back to the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And it's going to be a win for the Vikings here today. As they get the first down, they can take the clock down to 0 now.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 19 Lion. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
They're going to pass it here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now McCarthy. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. They thought he had a touchdown there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big plays, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings make it a 3-score game in the 4th. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. You got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
forward, set to kick this away. Nixon now to return it. Showing a little burst so far. And he gets him into a good spot, just a yard or two shy of the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 39-yard
line. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Not deterred by that kick. He's throwing again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
at the 30-yard line.
So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. Man, they were facing a top 5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.